Hi, Mats&Axel here. We're standing with Kent and Jim of GELF. How's it going so far?
It's been a great day. We've had really good feedback. The speakers have been great, and the meetings have been going well. It just kind of feels like the industry's humming again after some interesting years during the pandemic.
We're very fortunate that our GELF community is very passionate about the topics that we're covering here. You probably heard that through some of the speakers today that are willing to share their experiences with others, and that's really how we started with GELF. We realized that there's often maybe a single person who is dedicated to the international side of the business, and that they needed their own community in terms of really meeting their peers at other brands and retailers.
And some key takeaways from today?
One of the main themes we've really been focusing on today is kind of a balanced approach to international growth. That yes, digital commerce is going to be the tip of the spear, as we'll often say, but there's so many other ways that companies are really looking at international, and I think we've heard a vast kind of range of that. So I really we're happy, because I know this is something that we've really been hearing from our advisors, who said you need to cover these other means or channels of how you can grow internationally.
So in terms of growing a community, and with all these things, of course you want to have people sharing their experiences, but how do you manage to do that? I mean, some of these players might be competitors. How do you how will you succeed in creating this sort of nice sharing environment?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great point. And, one thing, having kind of grown up with the e-commerce community, both the vendor side and the brand side, is, there's a lot of cross-pollination. I think Gordon said cross-fertilization was something that he did when he was with Superdry, or maybe it was Burberry. I think in part, a lot of the community's kind of grown up together, and they know that sometimes they compete, and sometimes they partner, and sometimes, they work together. So it's, I think it's just been a really good group overall. And I think people genuinely kind of care about each other, even if they're competing at times. So it's been comforting to kind of see the community grow together. And I think it's one of the things where everybody's kind of adding value in their own way. So, kind of the rising tide floats all boats, I guess is maybe one way to put it.
So how are you going to top this next year? Jim?
Good question right there. Well, partly we need to do that through more partnerships, right? I mean, that's something that we again really tried to emphasize this year, and you heard the partnering comments throughout the day. For GELF too, like our community partners are important. Our own awareness amongst those who should be interested in international e-commerce is relatively low. Right, so again, through partners, I think that's how we're going to, build our awareness and our own, brand equity, and that's something that we always talk about. You really have to work hard to kind of, build that up. So we hope our partnering strategy, really helps out, and that's where we appreciate, like what you guys are doing, and that you've had a chance to experience, GELF yourself.
Yeah, and speaking of that, thank you so much for having us here. Thank you for hosting a great event. It's been a blast, and we're all already looking forward to next year.
All right, well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah. Good.